That's good. I feel that's good for everyone.
Yup, 2-0. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Burroaks77 coming to you live with my man Brad Thomas to bring you some footy talk this afternoon. We just had a game kickoff over in Germany. We got a game kicking off in about 15 over in Italy. And then we got a Spanish game and I believe an English game as well. I can't remember. Oh, no, there's a French game.
French game.
I think Lyon's playing today. Yeah, it's what? Yeah, it's Liel versus Leon with no laser cat. Before we get into that, got to plug our wonderful sponsors, Boom Fantasy. Boom's a new sponsor of ours. They bring you DFS products that has the ability to bet over-unders on player props. I actually have a college one out today that I like a lot. I know Brad's been pumping out some boom picks as well. It's a great tool, especially for players who are in non-legal betting states. I know that Texas, California, Florida are huge states with markets that are underserved. Boom, since it's DFS app, is playable there. So it's great. Shout out to our sponsors, Pickett. Pickett, great tool to help you manage your bankroll, track your units, shop your lines, all that good stuff. And as always, we both work at goldboys.com. We both handicap over there. That's where we talk a lot of our soccer. Brad golf, me college basketball, him. I know he's watching the Alabama game right now. He's a big Bama guy. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I guess we'll start with this Friday slate real quick. I stayed completely off the German game. I didn't really have an edge or a lean in Cologne versus Bochum. And so I just kind of passed on that one. Did you have anything?
No, I passed on that as well. And I haven't been really good at capping Cologne this season. I imagine they win, but I didn't bet anything. Maybe if I see some good stats going into the 20th, 30th minute, I might jump on Cologne money line, which I'd imagine it'll probably be close to plus 100. But now pregame, I didn't do anything.
Same. I had a similar opinion. Over in France, we have Lille at home taking on Lyon. Lyon, as I mentioned earlier, is without Lacazette, a.k.a. Laser Cat. So Chikiri over on the left, Sarr in the middle for Lyon. Lyon struggles so much on the road that I think Liel probably have the edge here, being at home. I really like what Jonathan David is doing. He's been on a little bit of a revenge tour since the end of the World Cup. I love the young Canadian. He's a goal getter. He's the pen taker over there. And then I like Bombo a little bit out on the left, number 7 for Liel. He's a quality player who's been on my radar for Team Oaks for couple of seasons now. He's definitely got some potential. Hasn't found his way onto the score sheet in a couple of matches, but I don't know. I don't super love anything about this game. If I'd do anything, I'd probably take a Jonathan David anytime goal scorer, but I didn't even look up the price of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, did you what do you think about Bamba over 1.5 shots? Was that something that you could get interested in? I looked at that a little.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Money. It's plus money. I thought it was a pretty solid look. He's going to be on the wing. He's going to have his opportunities. They play pretty good. They play pretty well at home. But I didn't lock it in. I just want to kind of get your thoughts on that.
Yeah. What kind of number did you get on that? And that's just 2 shots, right? Not 2 on target.
Just 2 shots plus 104. He's taking he's taking the chances. So I thought it was a solid look. Let's see. I think he's hit in every game but 2 in the last 10.
I love that. Yeah, Bamba is a good player. Is a good player. He's been on my radar for a couple seasons now. So yeah, I like that a lot, especially at plus money. I think that's a really nice play there.
Okay, I'm locking that in right now.
Lastly, we got the Italian game getting ready. There you go. Yes, sir. And Spiza's I don't want to say dog shit, but they're dog shit.
They're pretty freaking bad.
Yeah, Inter. Yeah, Inter. You need points here too. Like you need points bad. The Scudetto's getting away from you a little bit. I like what Latero's been doing a lot. You got Champions League coming up too. Like that's my other thing is if you're not going to start Lukaku for Champions League, I find this is a really tough place to sit Dzeko and then try and start him for Champions League. So I don't love a lot of what Inter's been doing with their lineup, but I could definitely see taking a shot on Lukaku here for the price. Latero is obviously great. I'm a little disappointed not to see Dumfries in the lineup. I think he plays really well for Inter, and they use him at a pretty high volume in Champions League. They trust him a lot. So that kind of ruined the Inter game for me. But I could see you taking a shot on Latero or Lukaku. I'm fine with either of those plays. I don't really respect Spiza here. I expect Inter to win this 1-0 or 2-0 and get ready for Champions League.
Yeah, I think Inter win this. Like I was going to when I was going to play under by -1.5, but then I thought about that if Inter play in this match and they go up 1 in the 70th with Champions Leagues coming up, they're not trying. Like they're not trying to score. They're just trying to keep players healthy. Another look that I considered but didn't end up locking in was Barella's shots. I can't remember the number. Yeah. Just because no Çalhanoğlu's in the lineup. Barella is a little bit more aggressive when he's out of the lineup. Hold on, let me get that price again for anybody who might be interested in. It is it's plus 133, and I think it's a solid look. Like his role changes a little bit, and on the road they're gonna be taking more shots from distance. I think that's a solid price. I didn't lock it in. I find myself struggling to get really excited about betting on teams on the road before they travel on the road in Champions League. So I try
especially to Porto. That is such a tough environment to go play.
Exactly.
I agree with you though. Not to break your balls. I need to do better at this. How do you say his name? Because I say it Çalhanoğlu or something like that. Çalhanoğlu. It's a Turkish name. It's got 14 letters in it and 9 accents. Like I know that I'm not ever gonna get it right, but I like to try.
Yeah, I just try to mimic what I hear them saying. They say Çalhanoğlu, and so I say the same thing that they say. And if it's wrong, it'll be like how we've been saying João Felix wrong the whole time. And it's João Felix. Like
I try and do the same thing as you. I just try and hit that and go as fast as I can through all 14 of those consonants in his name. Çalhanoğlu.
Yep.
You know, the dude who pulls up from 30 yards with a cannon. That's
if he was starting today, I was taking his shots, but it looks Bochum has a penalty.
Oh, early time for them.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll open the game up for Cologne.
Yes.
But anyway, small preview towards UCL. Çalhanoğlu shot on target is definitely going in my roster because he cashed for us last time. I assume he'll cash again. Little disappointing performance there from Porto, but we'll move on. We'll keep it with games that are coming up this weekend. We have a nice, tasty EPL slate. We'll jump right into Everton versus Brentford. Brentford just got a great result against Fulham.
Oh my God, yes.
The Bees are absolutely buzzing right now, dude. Like, they're threatening top 6. They're knocking off big name teams. They're playing great football. Tooney has officially been charged, but is still playing. I don't know what this number is, but the fact that I can get Brentford at basically even money on a draw no bet, I fucking love that. I'm all over Brentford. I already locked in their draw no bet at minus 110. I like them on the money line at plus 180. I know going on the road in EPL gives people a little bit of nerves, but Brentford are playing great football. I think they are a legitimate contender here for a Europa slash a Conference League spot.
Yep.
They're playing that good of football, and they're going to give me almost 2-1 on Tooney again. I'm going to take Tooney because he hit a pen last game, perfect from the spot in his career, by the way. Has never missed a pen. When Tooney steps up to take one, it's as good as cash.
It's beautiful.
But he's still due on XG as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not a huge XG guy, but Tooney also is heavily involved in set pieces, corners. He's good in the air. He finds a way to get the ball in the back of the net, and you're going to have to do that on the road here versus Everton. So I like Tooney to score. I like Brentford on the draw no bet.
I love Brentford this weekend. And I'm going to talk about it from a kind of a different angle, right? And I try not to get too in the weeds of like tactical breakdowns of teams, but this is a good use case of when you should do it. So when Sean Dyche comes to Everton, he changes their tactics. Now they play with a defending V. So basically means the defenders are going to be connected in a V through the box. And if it shifts, the V just shifts, right? That's good against teams who, are going to be trying to, you play through the middle, then go out wide. Brentford aren't going to really play like that. Brentford are okay with starting out wide and then trying to get balls in the center, which that just makes me feel like if I don't see a Brentford penalty kick in this game, I feel like Everton got pretty lucky. Which leads me to betting on Tony's shots. I'm going to take his shots. I'm going to take his shots on target. I'm going to take Brentford draw no bet. I can't take Brentford money line anymore just because I saw the price at plus 180, and since it dipped, I can't take it 10 cents lower. It's just against of how I bet. But tactically, it's a bad matchup for Everton. It's just weird to me why we're getting even money, and people could say it could be a letdown spot, right? Everton had one good match, and that was the match they played against Arsenal, and I wouldn't even consider that a good match. They got a good result. No. They didn't play great. They shocked them and smacked them in the mouth, and then they just held on for dear life. So I like Brentford here all the way. One thing that, if I want to talk about a live angle in this, one thing that I would consider is taking Everton corners, but I would wait until about maybe the 35th minute. If there's a goal by Brentford, you're going to be good because I think Everton corners, even at plus money live, is great look, but I think we could get like 4.5. For a really good price.
I definitely agree because Brentford are very comfortable playing without the football too.
Yeah.
They will let you have possession, and they know they're faster than you, and they'll beat you on the counter, and they're way faster than Everton. The one last thing I'll mention is Mbuemo's been kind of quiet recently. His price is starting to creep up right around 6-1. Always worth a look when you see his name hasn't been on the score sheet in about 5 or 6 games. He's a big contributor. He doesn't always get the glory, but he's up there doing the dirty work. And when he comes through in a big way. And when his price gets around 6-1, it's always worth looking at him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next up, we are on the same side of this one, and I think it's for similar reasons. We got Leeds hosting Brighton. I would love to back Leeds, but you fired Jesse Marsh, which I thought was fucking stupid. And I still like Leeds. I still like their young American core. I like Weston McKennie over there. I like Adams. I like all the guys we got over there that play for the U.S. men's national team. The problem is you fired Jesse Marsh. You kind of lost your identity. You're not getting fucking goals right now. You're not you're defending better, but like you're not defending good enough to keep fucking clean sheets. Not against Brighton with all their firepower. Brighton's playing good football. In fact, I can get Brighton at -105. I gotta take the money line here.
I love it, dude. I am all over Brighton. I didn't take money line. I went a little different. I took Brighton to win in under 4.5 goals. Unless Brighton go out there and just absolutely destroy Leeds, I'll take my medicine there. I also think this is going to be an under game. Listen, Javi Grazia came in town and he changed how Leeds play, but just because you're defending better doesn't mean that you're changed for the better. Because
no, that doesn't mean you're playing good football either, just
exactly.
because you're giving up less goals.
Yes, exactly. And I think that this is a good opportunity for us to kind of make a little bit of money. And like we can get under 2.5 goals at -102, right? We can get Brighton to win at -102. We can get Brighton to win in under 3.5 goals at +160. We can get Brighton to win in and under 4.5 at +130. You don't have to take everything, but there's so many good valuable lines here. There's no way that under Grazia, Leeds are going to score multiple goals. And under De Zerbi, Brighton don't give up multiple goals. I think this is going to be a fun game for Brighton. I'm going to be on Matoma again, guys. Just a spoiler alert. I just want to make sure he's verified in the lineup. I think I bet him every week in a row where it's Matoma either score or assist. It's normally about +110 on FanDuel. So just pay attention to my channel because I'm going to be on it. I just want to, don't want to bet it and he's not in the starting lineup.
Yep, get that official lineup first.
Yeah.
That said, I agree with you that this is probably an under game. I see Brighton kind of grinding out a 1-0, 2-0 style result. I personally probably would have taken both teams to score if I could have gotten it even money, but I am not going to lay -120, -125 on the juice, hoping for a Leeds goal, because if Leeds do get one, I think they do it here at home in front of their fans, because even though Leeds is going through the weeds right now and having their struggles, they have a great fan base that shows up, and it's a very tough building to play in. But yeah, I would have been on both teams to score had I been able to get even money or better on it. The price is just pretty trash in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I think I also played a lot of prices this weekend, which it's been pretty successful for me. And I think what it's done, and you already naturally bet like this. So like, but me personally, I started to bet like this a little bit more. I think what it's done is it's made me stay away from betting juiced lines just because I thought they were going to hit. Like, oh my God, I'm going to play this line. And then I look at it, it's -150. Oh, it's okay. It's still going to hit. But then down the road, you lose it. And I've been value hunting a little bit more, and it's making me a little bit more selective.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something that I take into. Price point is one of the biggest things I take into account when it comes to gambling. So yeah, we can get into that a little bit more a little later in the show if we want to do some gambling advice like that. But right now, we'll keep it moving. I think we got a cracker of a game here. Leicester versus Chelsea. Leicester is hosting. Chelsea's on the road. Chelsea just got maybe a season-defining result here against Dortmund. I mean, I thought Graham Potter, if he lost that game, he was out on his ass before today. He obviously won that game. Chelsea looked decent doing it too. I will still die on the hill that I thought that penalty was suspect. I thought that giving the re-kick was absolutely atrocious.
Weird. That was really weird.
Dude, the thing that pisses me off is there were 3 Chelsea guys in the box before there was a single Dortmund guy.
Yeah.
Like, I know that to the letter of the law that was called correctly. I've seen it not called, though, guys, and don't act like I'm way out of pocket or I'm out of my fucking mind when I tell you I've seen that not called.
No, dude, you're 100% right. I was like I'm on the under, and I didn't care too much, but from my girl's a Dortmund supporter, so I was just like felt bad. Like, in what way is that encroachment if there's literally just as many defenders on the other side? Like, that's just unfair. Like, I just didn't get it. Like, I don't know. I thought it was whack because the amount of defenders on Chelsea side that were in the box, I thought it was pretty fair on both ends. Now, what were they going to do? Let's say he missed the kick, right? He missed the kick, and it's only Chelsea players in there. Then what? You're going to retake it again? Like it was so stupid.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I was on the under in that one too. The reason I'm definitely a little more salty is I had a Dortmund to advance ticket, but like I was also on Kai Havertz for an anytime goal, so that ended up kind of being a wash for me. But I want Dortmund to move on. But Chelsea did pretty much everything I said. You need to prove this to me before I back you. And call me fucking crazy, but I'm gonna back Chelsea here. You're gonna hang a plus number on Chelsea. I get plus 100, plus 102. Hey, I said that they were due for goals. They got them. I thought the penalty kick was suspect, but they created a lot of chances. They've seen the ball hit the back of the net. They got a Champions League win under their belt. This builds confidence in a Chelsea team that was severely lacking confidence, but has all the talent on the planet. You give me that level of talent with a little bit of confidence coming into this match. I like Chelsea here, and I completely understand if people don't want to take it. The smart move, in my opinion, would probably be staying off this one for another week until you can really kind of put a round peg in a round hole with Chelsea. But I'm here for value, and I'm fine taking the shot on Chelsea at plus money.
Yeah, I in my handicap, I had this game ending 1-0 or 0-0, and the 1-0 was in favor of Chelsea. I'm going to be on under 2.5 goals, and we'll probably see this line around minus 125 by kickoff. 7 straight matches is enough for me to say this is a bet. 7 straight matches Chelsea have gone under. Leeds have been, Leicester attack has been very bad, and most importantly, Harvey Barnes is still 50-50 on playing, and Harvey Barnes is probably one of their best facilitators on the team. Chelsea just been playing prideful. Like even when they went through their issues defensively, I don't even call them issues defensively. Let's just say when they went through their health issues, which caused their defense to be a little rocky, they were still pretty stout. And now they're finally getting players back and healthy. I think it's going to be a good spot. The only thing that worries me for Chelsea could be tired legs after playing a full 90, but these are professionals.
Could be a little bit of a letdown spot, emotional letdown spot on the road, but they need these points. They need these points bad. And Leicester, unless I somehow get just an absolute baller performance out of Daka and Iheanacho, which those guys are capable of doing, I don't see it here. I just don't. I think Leicester are too far in the mud, but I've been on the wrong side of Leicester a lot this season, so who knows?
Yeah, I just like you said, I've been on the wrong side of Leicester. Like whether it's they're gonna have a great defensive performance, bad defensive performance, a great offensive performance. I when I pick one thing, it's been the opposite. I probably can go through my past bets.
Yeah, when I take both teams to score in over 2.5 on Leicester, they either get beat 4-0 or it ends up being a 1-0, 2-0 kind of game. If I bet them on a money line or a draw no bet, they get rocked. If I bet against them, they come out and have the game of the season. So
exactly, I think a interesting bet here. I obviously not going to play it, so I see the lineup because I kind of need Harvey Barnes for it. Would be Leicester first half total corners. I think this is going to be one of those games where Leicester are going to want to try to bring the game to Chelsea early. And I imagine the line's going to be set at 2.5. I know some books don't have it out yet, but I'd imagine it'd be at 2.5, probably for plus money. So give me 3 corners. Hopefully you get it. Like plus money, you could take that kind of chance.
Yep, absolutely. Next up, we got Fulham hosting Arsenal. Fulham have been playing great football lately. They failed to get a result against Brentford. I think, listen, I know that Brentford, they're kind of new blood here, newly promoted a season ago. Fulham, new blood. These are playing great football. They're battling for top half of the table here. I think there's not enough credit given to how difficult it is to try and go into the Bees Stadium and get a result. I really like what Fulham can do, and I'm on both teams to score. Arsenal has showed me the last couple of games they're perfectly capable of giving up goals. Arsenal, I'm sorry, man. You guys have been crushing it in the league, but now you throw Thursday football on top of there with some travel and some tired legs. Like, hey, no disrespect. I just don't know if you're deep enough to focus on two competitions at once. So give me both teams to score at -105 here. And I lean a little bit on Fulham here, +1, -105 as well.
This game just feels like a 2-2. And when I like, let's throw stats out the way and just talk about watching football, right? Fulham playing in Craven Cottage, they're a different team. Arsenal now have to travel to Fulham, but what Arsenal have done, and the stats are going to back this up, but what they've done is even when they face adversity, they've been able to find the back of the net. They've been able to overcome. You're telling me I'm going to pay 170 on a money line, though? No. For me, I'm probably going to be on either both teams to score or Arsenal team total over 1.5. And the only reason is because I think that Arsenal are going to score enough in this game. I definitely think Fulham are more than capable of scoring, especially in Craven Cottage. So that makes me not want to take Arsenal -1, not a chance. Arsenal money line, not a chance. Goals, yes. Goals, something that have me excited. And then, like, the reason I say it's throw the stats out of the way because, like, both these teams are opposite of what their XG and XGA say. So this is like one of those games where if you like are just betting on XG, you'd probably take Arsenal -1, but I don't think that's a good bet because Fulham are due for regression, sure. But until regression actually sets in, especially at home.
Mitro's looking good too.
Yeah.
Like Mitro looked really good last game. So it's hard to quantify what bringing him back into the lineup brings.
Exactly.
Since he's been out and he's been banged up. I'm not a huge believer in XG numbers when it comes to guys who are clearly playing hurt.
Exactly. No, I say this is one of those games you can throw XG out. I think a lot of people get too trapped in betting XG numbers too because like it's not like basketball where there's 1,000 shots in a game. Like you're not getting that.
And it's certainly not baseball where you have 162 games to find a more level set of data.
Exactly.
What I say all the time is XG is a really nice tool and it works really well to support your arguments. It can't be your only argument.
Yep. I like Fulham corners over too, but I obviously don't have time to shop that line before the show. I'll be on it, but I'm gonna try to find it around 115. So again, that's another bet. You're just gonna look at my channel. I dropped a couple already for Premier League, so we should have a little party this week. I probably have like 4 bets in Premier League this weekend, or at least for Saturday.
Yeah, I have a few out too. I'll make sure that I cover those here towards the end of the show. This is the last game in England for me. If you got another one you want to talk about, we'll happily do that. Up next, I got West Ham hosting Aston Villa. And call me fucking crazy, but I think Villa's playing great fucking football, man. I'm a believer in this Villa team. I like both teams to score here at -110. I think at home, West Ham will definitely be able to find the back of the net. I like over 2.5 at +110. I think Aston Villa definitely has 2 in them. The both teams to score over 2.5 parlayed at +155, I think is a really nice price. I'm going to be all over Aston Villa, draw no bet. These guys had major problems at the beginning of the season. They fired their coach. They got it's Unai Emery's over there now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Unai Emery's got this team playing great ball. He completely squashed some of the locker room problems. They re-signed Mings, who's been playing lights fucking out for them. If you guys aren't familiar with Mings, he's been on like my big hack list, but like he's playing great football. I've seen him make some great clearances off the lines. And just so we're clear, hack isn't a bad thing. That just means like in Tyrone Mings' case, he's giant. He's typically the last guy back. He has to do a lot of dirty work guarding set pieces, and he picks up a fair amount of books. Being a hack isn't a bad thing. Making tactical fouls isn't a bad thing. It's just when I call somebody a hack, that's a guy I can count on for getting fouls and being a good card look. But I really like what they're doing defensively. Ollie Watkins has been on absolute fire. He should have had a goal last game, but it got ruled an own goal because as he was sliding into net the bitch, the defender did the same exact slide as him and got his foot on it instead of Ollie. Doesn't matter. Ollie Watkins still red hot. The fact you can get him plus 250 for a goal is obnoxious to me. He's got 4 in his last 6. Man's on fire. I'm a big fan of what Ollie Watkins does. I'm a big fan of his game. I like that price a lot. And then for the West Ham side, I kind of lead Bowen a little bit. It'll be interesting to me to see what West Ham runs out there, because they are certainly not deep enough to be playing on Thursdays, but they are.
No, dude, you said it. Like, they're certainly not deep enough. They played almost everybody in that Thursday fixture trying to get a win there. So I stayed off this game, except for I played this last week, but I played it incorrectly. So I'm going to play it different this week. I'm taking Ben Rama, assuming he starts, Ben Rama goal or assist. I just played his goal last week, and I shot myself in the foot with it, but it'll probably be about plus 2 something. So prices like that are good, like, because you're getting either or, and he has 5 goals, 5 assists on the season.
And if Antonio's not on the pitch, he's probably taking PKs.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I've been a fan of Ben Rama's game for a couple of seasons now. Dude, I had such high hopes for this West Ham team. I think their manager's fucking trash, dude. I thought this West Ham team, after signing Samacha, was a top 4 look. And they spent $38 million on a guy who can't get on the pitch. And it sounds like he's.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You spent
he had 20 fucking goals for Sassuolo.
Yeah, I don't understand. And when he does play, I just think I feel like he plays out of position. He's not scoring. I don't know what it is, but he should be. Every time I watch him play, or the lack of him playing, I feel like he should be on the pitch. He should be scoring.
He's the guy who can break lines for you. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the striker with the pace.
God, it doesn't make I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it infuriates me. And rumor is he's looking to go back to Italy, and I don't doubt it, because I don't know what West Ham's doing with him. They paid a lot of money for a guy who's perfectly capable of producing, and he just can't see the pitch, and it annoys the shit out of me, because I love Samacha.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know. I just think he should be. I think he should be playing more, but I also think he should do a better job of, when he does play, taking advantage of his opportunity. Yeah, taking advantage of his opportunity.
Yeah, I don't disagree there at all. I think I'm just still mad that they broke up that Sassuolo team, because I thought if the Sassuolo team could have stayed together from last year with Berardi, Raspadori, and Samacha, that they could have fought for top 4, top 6 in the table, because that was a great, fun team to watch last year. Before we move on to Spain, do you have anything else you like in the EPL?
No, we actually covered every game that I'm on.
Perfect. Great. That means we got all the good games, guys. Sorry if you're a Pool fan, but I'm not touching minus 275 or believing in Pool right now. Next up, over in Spain, this game just kicked off. Cadiz is playing Getafe. I liked Getafe for a goal here. Price was kind of trash on its own. It was minus 150. I thought about doing both teams to score, but I really don't trust Cadiz. I thought plus 135 was a nice price on that. I leaned Getafe, draw no bet at plus 125, but I ended up just staying off this game. Getafe's been hot. They've been scoring goals lately, which has been their biggest struggle. Cadiz has played 1, maybe 2 good matches, and then has just kind of Cadized it.
Yeah. I set off that match. Normally when I go to La Liga, I'm betting Real games, Barcelona games, or I'm looking at corners in Valencia games, corners in Athletic games. Those are fun games. Villarreal is actually a really good live corner team.
Oh man, you don't say. They got that young Nigerian over there on the wing. What's his name? The guy with the wand of a foot that I keep just printing money on for his goal or assist.
You got me. You actually got me on betting his goal or assist all the time now. And what's so funny too is I'm just praying. Like I don't want to root for a team to lose, but the second Villarreal go down, if they go down, it is corners galore because they just go and attack the boundary. It's like corner, corner, corner. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't sure who I'm talking about, his name's Chuck Ueze. He's lightning fast. He's Nigerian. He's got sick hair. He's got a wand of a left foot. He can score. He can drop dimes, and the prices on him are ignorant. Just trust me. Chuck Ueze's been on Team Oaks for going on 2 years now. He's a monster. He's going to be very good. He's finally getting the tick he deserves over at Villarreal. Next up on the Spanish slate, this one seems kind of like a dud, but I think there's really nice value here in the away team. Elche is hosting Valladolid. Valladolid's been playing great football. They've been scoring lately. I like Valladolid here at plus 100. I think they have what it takes to stay up in La Liga and not be a bottom three team. They're also a newly promoted side. I love Clyde Larin. I was so excited to see them go sign the Canadian striker. Clyde's been playing great football for them, and his goal price keeps sitting around like plus 425, which I think is absolutely ridiculous when you see the amount of chances he creates in the box for them.
You make me smile. That's my buddy Kyle. Man, he is one of a kind. I actually started being friends with him. Man, what was that? 2016. Back when he was a little bit crazier, we'd go out to the bars. Whole tab would be free, and we would just down beers like it was nobody's business. Then go party and try to pick up some ladies. Yeah, that dude's a beast, and I'm glad that his career trajectory is finally going in the right way. Because I thought when he went to I'm gonna mispronounce this team, Besiktas, when he went over to Turkey, I thought that he started playing really well, and then he started seeing his minutes drop as production dropped, and I was like, oh no, that here goes his production. But now he's back in Spain. He's playing in Spain, back to scoring goals, which is super sick.
I think Valladolid's a really nice fit for him as well because he's an affordable striker. He's got the quality finish, and Valladolid's able to get him service, which is the biggest problem when it's like, well, I don't really know if my striker's fitting. It's like, well, who the fuck's getting him service in the box? And Valladolid's getting him excellent service. I see it week in, week out. I like Valladolid. I like their color scheme on their kids. I just kind of like this team. It's a little scrappy underdog team. So I like Valladolid here on the draw no bet at even money, and Kyle Larin for a goal. His price is right, and he's got the kid. I've been watching him for several years, and it's nice to see him finding a good fit over here at a bigger club in Spain.
Absolutely, I agree. I'm gonna play his anytime goal scorer with you there. Alabama won, by the way. Roll Tide. Won by like 26.
Yes, let's go, Bama.
Yeah.
Next up over in Spain, what we were just talking about, we got Villarreal hosting Betis. Villarreal so much stronger in their own building. The fact that you're getting minus 112 on them against a Fakirless Betis is a little ignorant to me. If you guys have followed me at all, I've said it for the entire season. No Fakir, no bet on Betis. He does so much for them from his position. He drives the offense. He gets in the ear of the refs. He's scrappy. He distributes. He takes set pieces for them. That said, the fact I got Betis yesterday just to score a goal against a United team who got 7 hung on him by Liverpool at minus 110 was fucking ignorant. I couldn't say that enough. I shared that as many places as I could. We cleaned up on that very nicely yesterday. I think Villarreal do lead goals. I could see Betis scoring one here. That said, I'm on Villarreal money line right around minus 110, and I will be going straight back to Chuck Ueze props.
Yes.
Shot on target. If it's plus money or better, bet it. Goal, I'll be looking at that. Assist. They put another plus 675 on that. That's stupid. He's red hot right now, and I don't know how you go away from the Nigerian.
No, you got me on him. I've played him literally almost every game he started since you told me about that. So I'm gonna be on his shot on target 100%. Gonna be on his goal. What I probably will do is split a unit between goal and assist. I do like Villarreal a lot here too, and I thought they were a better side even without Batiste getting their backs blown out. Now they got their backs blown out. I don't think this is a bounce back situation because they're playing on the road. I like the money line here. I'm siding with you. This is a good line here.
Yeah. That said, I think Batiste will give Man U problems in their own building, and
I do too.
Also, that's where Cass is getting carded. Cass back in Spain versus Batiste, he's 100% picking up a card.
Yeah, for sure.
Last game I have for Spain is on Monday, but I really, really like this number, and I like this matchup a lot. Girona at home versus Atleti. Atleti just absolutely skull-fucked the team 6-1. If you've watched Atleti, you kind of know that means they've used up their goals for a while. The only thing that will make me come off of that idea is if Memphis starts. We just watched how good this Atleti side can be when Memphis starts. Memphis is a great player, didn't get any ticket, Barca. I get that it was his dream to play there, but you have to move on and you have to do better in your career. Otherwise, you're going to be forgotten about outside of the Netherlands. If Memphis starts, I'll probably take his goal. Love both teams to score here at plus 100. Girona typically always bag one at home. And Girona's been playing good football lately. They've been running up the goals tally. So I like what Girona can do. Also, shout out my boy Castellanos from NYCFC. I'm a big Tati guy. He's been having himself a very nice season at Girona. I expect them to buy out that loan and keep him there.
Yeah, I like both teams to score as well. Girona at home is great. And, man, Atletico Madrid's just a team I never get right, so I don't get too excited about betting the games they have, but I think this is a good spot. And Girona's a both teams to score magnet. They went on this little cold streak, and I want to say this.
It helped us. Yes. From a price perspective.
Exactly. And people who say, like, these teams, like, you auto bet them at both teams to score, we don't mean, like, just blindly bet them. You bet them in good situations. And the teams that both teams didn't score weren't good situations to bet them. Like, they're that span of when it was both teams to score no, like, it wasn't a good situation for to bet it. So I was like, I wasn't on them, and now we're getting good prices, minus 110 for both teams to score in a situation where they're at home, they're absolutely going to score a goal.
Yep. Oh, wait, did you guys think I forgot? We're definitely talking about the fucking Madrid game. Madrid get Espanyol. Espanyol got Joselu back, so that's good for them. They need some points. We need some points. Look, I get it, guys. I'm here for the smoke. I'm wearing my fucking Vinny Get the Gat shirt. I got my Holland Madrid shit on. It's Madrid, guys. Vinny 2 shots on targets with Ben's ruled out was still plus 190 over on Barstool. I made sure to call Brad on that one.
Yes, he did. Thank you.
Because that number with no Ben's in the lineup is ignorant. I'm going to say that again. That number is ignorant. I would get that. Well, it's still available because it's minus 110 like everywhere else. Vinny's going to have to shoulder the weight here. I like his goal props. I like his assist props. I really like what Fetty just came out and said. He said they'll have to fucking kill me if they want me out of Madrid.
Yeah.
He's not going to the EPL. He's not going anywhere else. Fetty to score from outside the box is a nice little sprinkle here. Fetty's been putting them bullets in, and I think he gets back of the net this time. I like a Fetty goal.
Yeah, I'm all over Vinny. After I saw you say that Benz wasn't playing, like I played Vinny last week at I think it was minus 154 for 2 shots on goal. Like, it cashed, but it wasn't a great line. And you said you called me, it says plus 190. I was like, no freaking way. After last week, I played minus 154, not like an idiot. I mean, I made money, but heck yeah, you signed me up for that. I'm in. I'm excited to cash this money with you, bro. I think it's a great look.
I do too. That said, with Madrid, I can't watch fucking Marco Asensio playing more goddamn football. He turned it over what felt like 400 times in the final third. I fucking hate Marcus Asensio. I really want to see Rodrigo play in the middle with Fetty over on the right. Just please, please, for the love of God, don't give me Hazard and fucking Asensio up there with Vinny. Like, I will lose my fucking mind if I see Hazard starting in the middle with Asensio on the right. I don't think Carlo will do that to me. I think I'll get Rodrigo either in the middle or on the right, leaving. I think he should be playing in the middle, and Fetty should play on the right, and then we can piece together a midfield of Modric, Kroos, Kamavinga, and Tuch if Tuch is healthy. I want to see more Tuch. If you guys haven't been paying attention to Tuch's game, he's got some of the nicest fucking through balls in the game. The way he one-touch controls and puts laser dart passes through the middle of the field. That's why we paid so much fucking money for him. Tuch is a great player. He's got to get healthy. We got to see more Tuch.
You know, one bet that's no longer our friend, that's not even odds we could play, is Madrid over 1.5 bookings. That was like minus 110 for a little. Now it's all the way down to minus 200. It's for Madrid is so interesting because like two people are gonna get booked, but you don't know which two. So for me, I always struggle to find individual players. Maybe Vinny.
It's Kamavinga and Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny. I think he's plus 175 to get booked this weekend. I mean,
that's so low. Fucking a buddy of mine had him at plus 320 last week. Hey, it is what it is. I got no problem with what Vinny's doing, but I've gotten a little tired of the refs not protecting him. I'm not gonna lie. I think that some people say he invites it on himself. I don't believe that. I think Vinny is out there doing Vinny. I don't have an issue with it. I think he's been underprotected for a while here in La Liga, and it's shown, especially in games like Mallorca, where Mallorca can somehow accumulate 19 fouls and no fucking cards.
I was trying to get this Portugal game up. I didn't get a chance to tell you guys, but I do like Porto to win 2-0 today. For anybody who's watching, it's literally just started.
Is Taremi's price bettable?
No,
of course not. They're not playing. Yeah, if they're not playing Benfica or Sporting, that his price isn't going to be bettable.
I'm gonna play their corners too. So for everyone watching, I'll let you guys know when it becomes bettable. It's not bettable right now; it's too high. But once it gets to 6.5, I'll let you guys know if you guys want to bet it.
Excellent. Moving on from Spain, I think you guys have heard me talk about Madrid enough. I could talk about them until I'm blue in the face, but we're going to go over to Germany. Interesting game here. From a betting perspective, Frankfurt hosts Stuttgart. Stuttgart are ass, but Frankfurt does have to worry about going to Napoli and playing Napoli. In my opinion, Frankfurt should it's so tough to say they need to kind of admit to themselves that they're out of Champions League, but guys, you're out of Champions League. You're not beating Napoli in their crib. It's not happening. And for me, that means I think they give their best effort here. They need as many table points as they can get over in Germany. I like them here on the money line at minus 115 neighborhood. I think that has some value in it because they're far better than Stuttgart.
Yeah, this is a bet that I've been playing a lot. You guys saw me cash in my channel last week, and I'm going to be on it again. It's going to be the Muani parlay. When it starts, obviously, guys, it's 3 shots and 1 shot on target, about 130. Muani is a beast. He is their guy. He is aggressive. He is fast. He's brilliant on the ball. When I bet guys shot props, I bet 2 kinds of guys. I bet the guys who are not afraid to take it from distance, or the guys who are great on the ball. That means most guys who are great on the ball create shots for themselves a lot. And so I've been playing this one in most situations where it's a good matchup. This is going to be a very good matchup. I think Stuttgart they're a club that's going to get better, but it's a side where Frankfurt know that they can pick up 3 here, and so they're going to be aggressive and try
at home too. They got to pick up 3 at home here. Yeah. So what Brad's saying is when he looks at shots and shots on target, he's not looking at guys like Morata and Dzeko, who are just big fucks that stand there.
Exactly. I want guys who are going to have the ball and do something with it. Not just I don't want to sit there. Yeah, I don't want to sit there and pray that a guy just gets a ball on his head. Like, oh, there's my shot.
Right. But those guys are valuable too. Like, that's why they're there. Like, you need big fucks that have giant heads that will deflect shit into the back of the net on set pieces. I completely get where Brad's coming from, though. It's really hard to rely on those guys for consistent shots on target because they don't create them themselves. They rely on service. Yeah. So when you're looking at shots on target, that's another reason why I love going with Vinny, because Vinny is going to step and create his own space. Exactly. And he dribbles the shit out of people. Guys like that who are aggressive with the football are guys that we typically look for in those shots and shots on targets market, because they're more predictable and you feel a little more consistent on them because they're not relying on service, like guys like Murata and Dzeko, who are just big targets. Staying in Germany, we got Werder Bremen taking on Leverkusen. Leverkusen, they're hot right now. I like what Leverkusen has going on. It looks like Schick's starting to get more and more healthy. If you guys haven't read any of my Twitter or haven't followed me at all, Florian Wirtz assists. It prints money. Just listen to me. I've been doing this for 2 years with Florian Wirtz. He's money printing machine over there in Germany. Florian Wirtz assist all day. I like Leverkusen on the money line at plus 110.
I like Leverkusen on the money line. I also like, God, guys, don't be mad at me for saying this because I know it's Germany, but I like the Leverkusen combo. Leverkusen to win in under 4.5 goals. I think Leverkusen win this 2-0, maybe 2-1, but I think this is a great spot to get him. And that's just me being greedy. I will say this. I was on Wirtz shots the other day. Never betting that ever again. He took one early, like in the 12th minute, and I was like, oh, baby, we're cashing this. All I need is one more. Didn't even try to take a shot for the rest of the game. But like I wasn't betting numbers in that one. I just thought he would be a little more aggressive in that situation. But he got an assist in that game. Maybe if I would have followed your page a little closer, I would have bet the right thing.
The thing is, I think you were on the right angle that game. Leverkusen just got out to an early lead and kind of was like, yo, just maintain, get out of this round, because they do have a big match. They have a big match on the road here where they need to go get points. I really like what Xabi Alonso's doing. I think that he's got these guys playing great football.
They play so great away from home, too.
Yeah. So unless you have anything else, I'm going to move off Germany to Italy. Do you want to talk the Dortmund game?
I have two things. One is an actual bet. The other one's a thought. I'm going to be on Mike's draw no bet against Hertha. I don't think Hertha's a good team. I think they're getting a little bit of value just because they're at home. I think Hertha are in a situation where a draw is their friend in this game. So if they draw this match, they're happy. Which me as a bettor playing draw no bet, I'm okay with backing Mainz.
Mainz has also strangely played their best football away from their building this year, which is flip-flopped from last year where their house was a fortress. I think they got all wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their house last year. Like, that's how good Mainz at home was. I took Mainz at home on double chance versus Bayern and Dortmund last year. That's how good they were at home. They're absolute dog shit in their building this year, and they're playing their best football on the road. Really weird. Really, really weird flip to script, in my opinion.
It's because they used up all their Carnival magic. Like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like now they expect every game to be that atmosphere, the Carnival atmosphere, and that's not going to happen. But I like them on the draw no bet. I'll be quick on Dortmund here. I think we're getting a playable price on Dortmund because Schalke's gone 6 unbeaten. But I think
and they've been keeping a lot of clean sheets.
I think for Dortmund, this is a good chance for you to play Dortmund when they're not minus 180. I'm probably not going to be on it, but if anybody's who I know that people are going to ask my opinion, I think it's okay to bet them. I
think it is too.
I just don't see where we get 3 goals from, though.
No, absolutely not. And especially without Brandt, with his injury he picked up, and no Mukoku and no Kareem. I think Dortmund might be able to scrape out a win here, but this screams trap to me.
It does. Screams under, too. Like, the more I think about it, That's all I want to say on that game.
Yeah, I think if Gio Reyna puts a good game together, that's kind of the best case scenario for Dortmund. Get Haller going, get a 1-0, maybe a 2-0 win here against Schalke. But I agree with you. I think Dortmund's the better team. I'm concerned with the injuries piling up. But they need minimum 1 point here because they are tied at the top of the table with Bayern, and that's valuable. They are down 30 goal differential, but keeping the pressure on Bayern is something they need to do here.
Yep.
While they wait for Kareem to come back from injury because he should be getting close.
Are you gonna bet this this Bayern first? I just gave away like what I was thinking. Are you gonna bet this Bayern match? I think I would be interested in betting on -1 first half, but I wasn't too sure. I don't know how to bet this game.
Yeah, I am definitely gonna bet this Bayern game. Who do they have again?
Augsburg.
I mean, Augsburg's been playing tough. They've been playing decent football lately. That said, it's Bayern, guys. Like, we just watched them eat PSG's lunch. This squad's good. That said, I will tell you, I think that their fucking replacement keeper is suspect. I don't think he had a great game.
Dude, Sommer sucks, man. Oh my god. Everyone's like, oh, they got Sommer to hold it down while Neuer's out. Sommer is so bad at, like, he's good at the actual part of trying to make sure goals don't go in the goal, but everything else that is required from being a keeper, he's so bad at.
Yeah, he almost turned the ball over for a goal there, which would have been mad embarrassing and changed that entire match.
The Porto bet is dead, so
they rack up a couple of corners.
2 corners and a goal in the first 6 minutes.
Damn.
So I could close that out.
Yep. But yeah, I like Bayern. I'm gonna have to wait and see what the lineups are. I'll tell you one thing: if you've listened to me at all over the past month, you know that if they give me Tommy Mueller at plus 250 or above, it's fucking stupid. That's an auto bet. I don't care. I don't. As long as he's starting, if I see that number on Tommy Mueller, it's dumb. It's dumb. Been watching this man drop dimes all over the field for far too long to let that price stand. I'd say it's pretty much good till 200 too, guys. Once it starts getting below 2-1, that's when I start having some concerns. But all Tommy Mueller does is drop dimes.
I wonder if they changed the price on Koeman's shots. Yeah, they dropped his price because he didn't take many last game. That's still not playable though.
Yeah. That I also think Koeman's cooling off a little bit here. I follow a bunch of guys who are big, huge Koeman guys on Twitter.
Yeah,
he's not that good, guys. Like he has spots when he hits his form, and he is that good, and you have to bet his number. Sane's better than him. Gnabry, when he's playing well, is better than him. Musiala is better than him. His spot in this lineup is far from guaranteed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. That's all I have for Germany.
Oh. Moving on, we got some banger games over in Italy. Starting early tomorrow, we got Napoli taking on Atalanta. I have been a staunch Atalanta supporter. Right now, you're going to hear me tell you they're fucking dead. They're dead men. This is a tune-up game. Napoli just got punked by Lazio. That was their letdown game. Napoli are going to come out here and fucking steamroll you, Atalanta. Give me Napoli plus 1.5 at even money. Give me Osimhen at plus money. Give me Osimhen win cast. Give me the special K assist. I think Atalanta might get clean sheeted here again. You've been getting a lot out of Lookman and Højlund. Their numbers will actually probably be pretty bettable here. I can't go with Lookman right now. He's in terrible form. Højlund's the only one who's been doing it for me, and he's still struggling. Atalanta had a game where they put no fucking shots on target, and they're going up against Napoli, who need a tune-up game before UCL here. You guys are about to get blessed. I'm sorry.
I like a lot of plays in this game. Napoli over 5.5 corners is plus money, guys. Napoli at home against Atalanta side who will struggle in the midfield, a midfield battle between Napoli and Atalanta. Napoli wins every single time. That's
Yeah,
plus
especially with
150.
guys like Aguisa out there.
Yeah. And this other play, I'm trying to make sure it's still up before I give it to you guys because I saw it this morning and I can't find it. Just look for it. It's Napoli to score first and win. It's minus 120. I think they score first and score often. There was no excuse for them in that Lazio game. They're gonna be playing this game with a little pride and a little
That's
passion.
also a classic Lazio game. Lazio aren't good, but they will
Exactly.
show up and get a couple of top results like that. And it was kind of a natural letdown spot
Yeah.
for Napoli there. So
Oh, it's
just
still up
my
there.
opinion.
It's still up there. Okay, good. Napoli first
I
goal.
also think there's value on Napoli to score in both halves, sitting around like plus 125 ish. So if you think they get a first half goal, I like Napoli to score in both halves there, shop that price around. But yeah, I just completely expect Napoli to bless Atalanta here. Atalanta don't have the skill in the midfield, they don't have the skill in defense, and Napoli is very, very tough to break down.
Napoli in over 1.5 goals is even good money. Like when I
It's plus
handicapped this
100
game
on
this
DK.
morning, I was like, please, Brad, save some money because you're going to be betting a lot of money on Napoli today. I mean, on Saturday.
I actually started locking in. So I locked in a bunch of bets in advance last night because I'm like, I gotta make sure that I don't get carried away on this college basketball shit. Because like live betting college basketball is like crack. Like let's be honest. Like yo, this team was favored by 14 and they're tied at half. It's like yeah, well, you gotta watch the game to know why they're down. But yeah, so I did the same thing. I locked in a bunch of bets. Also, I locked in stuff I thought I'd get closing line value on because
Yeah.
I did a lot of this research for a show I do on Wednesdays, and then I updated it all for this show with you. Next up in Italy, I think this is a low key, sneaky good match. Bologna taking on Lazio. Bologna at home do not lose often. They are very stout at home. The fact that they are I think they're supposed to get Arnautovic back. Arnautovic, when he went out, was the top goal scorer in Serie A, guys. He is a unit. He's super important to what Bologna do. He gets them buckets. He scores at a great clip. Bologna will sit back and invite pressure and spring counterattacks on you. Lazio, I don't think they have the skill or the pace to defend that. I don't think Immobile is 100% healthy. I don't think that Lazio is very fucking good, and I've been slandering them, and I'm going to continue to slander them until they fall out of the top four because they're falling out of the top four. They're not very good. Give me Bologna on the draw no bet at plus 120. Give me Bologna to score and Lazio under 1.5 at plus 120 as well. Those are the two angles I like in this game. If Arnautovic starts, I'm taking him for a goal.
I like both teams to score no in this game. I think that we can watch a game where one side's going to dominate, but I don't know if both sides are going to score. I think it'll take a lot of good fortune for both sides to score. It's a good price. I also like under. Like for anybody who knows Lazio games are under, but it's unbettable. I'm not betting under 2.25. So I like both teams to score no as my favorite bet in this game.
Love that. We gotta talk about Juve. It's your club. They're gonna fucking roll Sampdoria here. There have been good prices. Rabiot shots on target has been fucking cleaning up for me. Rabiot shot on target at plus money. It's hit 3 games in a row. I want to say it's hit 7 of the last 10. Rabiot's getting involved there. Moise Keane's gonna still be suspended.
Yeah, no Keane, but we're gonna have
no
Vlahovic. We're probably gonna have no Pogba, unless he begs Allegri for being late. I could
practice.
Yeah.
Dusty, man, you can't find the fucking target, and it's infuriating to watch. Watching you go off the crossbar, like I like what Demir has been doing. It's just Dusty. You're stuck in a rut. You have to see the ball hit the back of the net. That said, I can't bet you. I can't bet you, dog. Your price is there, but like I can't bet you till I see that ball hit the back of the net. I'm okay being out when you start finding form as opposed to being in early. That's where I'm at with Dusty right now.
I agree. I'm gonna be on this a couple ways. I don't normally bet Juventus corners, but historically when we play against Sampdoria at home, we fucking punk them. And what I mean by that is we dominate possession. Corner handicap -1.5 for Juventus, and then I'm also going to take Juventus -1.5. I think that this is a fun game for Juventus to score goals against a team who can't keep possession, who definitely can't score goals. I think Sampdoria is averaging, I think it was something like 0.6 goals per contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like half a goal a game.
Yeah, that's off the top of my head. I can't remember, but I don't bet Juventus a lot because I don't want people to say I'm just like a homer. But I think this is a good spot for Juventus for us to get a little money betting on Juventus today or tomorrow.
I agree. I think that there's definitely some opportunities there. Last thing before we head out, I'm going to cover a little bit of MLS. I'll do it quickly. First thing I like is Cincinnati is taking on Seattle. Cincinnati's hosting. I love both teams to score over 2.5 at plus 100. Jordan Morris for Seattle has been on fire. He's got 3 goals in 2 games. He's also an assist guy. He had 10 plus assists last year. I love the price on him to score or assist over on FanDuel. It's plus 165. You get some nice away juice there. I think Seattle have what it takes to beat Cincy at home here. But I'm going to stay off his side. I'm just going to take both teams to score over 2.5. It looks like Rudy Diaz is traveling with the team too. So if Rudy is playing, that's somebody you have to have eyes on. He's insane. Short King. I've watched him go absolutely Drano from middle of the pitch. Like this kid, the leg on this guy is ridiculous. Last year for MLS All-Stars, I watched him go bar down from the face-off circle in like the hit the crossbar contest. Like this dude's leg is ridiculous. Next up, probably one of my favorite spots in MLS all weekend is NYCFC is hosting Miami. You get Miami on a double chance at plus 105. Miami's playing good football. I think that we shouldn't get too hype on the result at home versus Philly. Philly clearly had eyes on CONCACAF Champions League Tuesday in El Salvador. They got the job done there. Now they come home. But Miami's playing good football. The big concern here is Miami leaving the warm weather to go to the cold NYCFC. NYCFC are trash, guys. They got rid of all of their offense. They got rid of all of their defense. They sent their keeper to Toronto. I just don't see it here. Give me Miami on the double chance. I think Miami win this game 1-0 or grind out a 0-0, 2-0 kind of result here. I just don't see NYCFC having what it takes to score on Miami, who's greatly improved as a team. Their defense looks solid. They went out and got King Yosef, who hasn't found the score sheet yet, but will. One of MLS's leading goal scorers. I think it's a really good fit for him, and Miami's on the upswing this year.
I can dig it. I'm going to tell that.
All right. I love it. Next up, we got Toronto hosting the Columbus Crew. Toronto spent a shit ton of money. They went out and got a bunch of Italians. They spent money. They got Sean Johnson, the keeper from NYCFC, who I would say I currently rank as the 3rd best keeper in the United States. He played backup for us on the U.S. men's national team. Toronto, they're getting I don't think it's panic time yet, but they definitely are frustrated with dropping that game in extra time. Their opening game, they're frustrated with a draw 1-1 down in Atlanta. It is very tough to play in that dome. That said, I like Toronto here on the money line. I think they can get a result versus the Crew. I like them at plus 115. I like both teams to score over 2.5 at right around -110, -105. And then with Insigne out, Bernadeschi's the guy. Bernadeschi to score. He was my pick of the week last week for an anytime goal scorer. They hung plus 260. 265 on him in the Dome in Atlanta. That was ignorant. You can still get Bernadeschi right around plus 195. He will start. That's not a guaranteed, but like with Insigne out, there's a 95% chance that he's starting. He's the full ass team. The little sneaky side angle I like here is Osario coming home. Osario gets involved in goals a ton. I like him to score or assist. He does both very well, and without Insigne, they will need kind of a number 2 guy to set up Bernadeschi, and I think Osario fits that role very well.
Oh, I like it. Wait, I want to say something. Cut up the MLS. Pay attention. I'm going to drop a live bet on Cologne corner handicap. I'm monitoring the line, waiting it to get to 5.5. And once it's 5.5, we are going to smash that bad boy.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Last up for MLS, like I said, I'll do these quickly. RSL's hosting Austin. Austin just got punked in CONCACAF 3-0. Austin on a bounce back. I love it here. They also struggled in their first game of the season versus St. Louis. Austin is a better team than this, but they've been having cornerback problems. I don't super respect RSL and their ability to score even at home in elevation. Give me Austin on the draw no bet at plus 135. And then last thing I got is San Jose at home. San Jose's got a new manager. I think their formation's working really well for them. I think Iblozi was a great signing off of Portland a season and a half ago. That's doing super well for them. Iblozi, Espinoza, I've been cleaning up on his assists, 2 assists in 2 games. He's been plus 200 or better for that. I love him. He's been diamond. Colorado's got this new kid, Yappy, who is their striker. He's priced at plus 380 right now. He's had a goal called off twice by VAR now. Also, Colorado was in a great match with SKC. There were no goals in it, but they hit the big fuck off rectangle 15 times. So if you're an XG guy, Colorado's hella due. And San Jose do give up goals. They coughed up 2. A second one late and lost the game in Atlanta. So you can get after this SJ team. I like Yappy to get on the score sheet here at almost 4-1. And hopefully he celebrates and yells "ball don't lie" because he's had 2 taken away from him in heart passion. So I like the kid here. I like both teams to score over 2.5 at minus 110 as well.
Love it. Love it. Listen. Let's go City, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. I'm a big Orlando guy. That's where Daryl DK came from. If you're not familiar with Daryl DK, he plays for West Brom. I really like his game. I think he's got a great build. I think he's somebody that can become a problem here for our men's national team because he's kind of built like Lukaku. He's a big guy. He can get after it in the air, but he's got better pace and he makes good decisions with the ball. I was a huge fan when they had Nani there. I have a Nani kit. He made me so much money. I like Torres, the Uruguayan that you guys got. And then, dude, your keeper's world class. Acapulco, the octopus for Peru.
Yeah. He's
absolutely, dude. He held a clean sheet against fucking Tigers in midweek. Like, do you know how hard it is to keep a clean sheet against a Liga MX team like Tigers, who are fucking cooking and have a ton of offense?
Holy crap! Yeah, he is. Oh my god, he is so freaking good.
Dude, he's unreal. Like, if you guys haven't watched, dude, there's highlights of him stopping PKs from Messi, from Neymar. Like, the guy's 38 years old and still holds it the fuck down between the pipes. They haven't given up a goal all season. So Orlando clean sheets definitely in play even on the road. I think it's a little tougher since they played midweek, but Orlando, very stout defensively. When they get goals, they make them count. They're a good club. I expect them to be back in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, man, I'm glad you said that. Makes me smile. God. It's fun. You know, I live near the stadium. It's fun to live near a team that you support.
Yeah, and their stadium's got a great atmosphere. They always have a band there. They're playing the drums. Tickets are cheap. It's an entertaining time. Like if you guys haven't been to MLS games, they're cheap. They're like 20, 25 bucks. You have a great time, get involved. The supporters section is great. And you see a lot
The
of
sports sections.
young upcoming talent that you're going to see here on the world stage when we host the World Cup. Like
Yep.
I'm not going to sit here and pound on the table and scream that MLS needs to be talked about in the top 5 leagues because they're not. But it's a great developmental league, and our product is good, and our guys are signing overseas for a lot of money. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but like the academy talent that's coming up through the U.S. is phenomenal, and we're putting a good product on the field. So I can't stress if you enjoy MLS, keep watching because it's only going to get better.
That's so facts. That is such facts. I think that
All right.
as we continue the pipeline too, like we make the pipeline MLS to Europe, it's going to even grow even more, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you're seeing too is like we're getting a lot of these guys who are already signed to big clubs in Europe that are coming over here and playing at 18 and 19 years old on loan deals because Europe knows that this is some of the more of the competitive lower league football you're going to find with great coaching and great training that's going to keep you right. Like outside of the Netherlands, MLS is one of the best places to be if you're a developing young player.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, what I guess we'll do right now is I'm gonna run through the bets I have locked in already for the weekend. Yeah. If you have any locked in that are ready to go, we'll do those afterwards. We'll plug the sponsors and then we'll get the hell out of here and watch some basketball and some soccer.
Cool, works for me.
Awesome. So what I have locked in so far is Vinny, 2 shots on target. I got that early price on Barstool. I got it at plus 195. Brad's got it at plus 190. I have locked in Inter Miami on that double chance up in NYCFC. I think that's a very good spot for them. It's plus 106 over on Barstool. I locked in Napoli to win in over 1.5 at plus 100 on DraftKings. I think that's a great price, and you're not going to find it tomorrow. I locked in Chelsea plus 100. I'm okay if that line walks a little bit away from me and becomes Chelsea plus 110, plus 115. I put a half unit on it just in case I get the bad line movement. I still think that Chelsea have proved to me that they're capable of winning this game. I'm okay if you guys don't want to get in on it this early and want to see another game. This is just a personal thing for me. Also, I got to make fucking content. So, like, when I say fuck you, Chelsea's back, that's going to piss off a lot of people. And people that are going to come back to me and be like, yo, you said Chelsea was dead. And I'm going to be like, yeah, and that's going to generate content for me. So, little insight on the content game there.
I love it.
Brighton away at minus 105. Leeds, you got rid of Jesse Marsh. I'm sorry. I want you to stay up, but like also fuck you. Nothing against the Leeds players, just like fuck you, Leeds, for firing Jesse Marsh. And then last one I got that we talked about to start the show is Brentford draw no bet at minus 105. I think that price is very good, and I think I'll be shocked if that stays around till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I love those. I'm on Vinny, 2 shots on target as well. I'm on both these 2 bets are only a half unit each. Brighton to win in under 4.5 goals at plus 130, under 2.5 goals at minus 102. I'm on under 2.5 goals between Leicester and Chelsea at minus 115. I'm on Napoli to score first and win minus 120. I'm on Napoli over 5.5 corners. That's team total plus 115. I'm on Brighton draw no bet. Mainz draw no bet at minus 130.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, guys, that's all we got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, Brad. Always a pleasure doing the show with you.
Thanks for having
shout
me.
out to our sponsors, Gold Boys. Yes, sir. Gold Boys, goldboys.com to sign up. Massachusetts, I know you just went legal. Come get any insight you need. It's at goldboys.com. We cover every sport there is under the sun. Pickett Sports, great way to track your bets, make sure you're staying profitable, shop your lines, promo code Burroaks. That's all capitals, BURROAKS. Shout out our sponsors, Boom, great daily fantasy app. My basketball line for Missouri just went live on them. I got to play out with them. Both of ours, link on Twitter. It's /BradThomas, capital B, capital T. For Brad, for me, it's /Burroaks, just capital B. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Thanks for Gold Boys. Thank you for our producers for hosting. Great seeing you. Let's win some bets. We out.
Peace, guys.